working hard to get gangs, guns, and drugs off the streets of Chicago. Police, the public, and city agencies working together for a safer city. These are the stories of those committed to the future of our neighborhoods. What are police and your neighbors doing to make Chicago safer? What will you do? I'm Peter Carl, and this is Chicago Crime Watch.
Stop the violence. Stop the silence. Silence kills.
In launching a poignant and powerful new awareness campaign, CAPS and community leaders gather at South Shore High School to confront the code of silence.
Unfortunately, I know a lot of residents, they're afraid to work with the police. But you can't give in to 14-year-olds running around terrorizing your neighborhood. I know it takes courage, but the folks to my left demonstrate courage. And it's time we all come together and do the courageous thing and report crime.
As adults, you have to stand up once in a while. You have to stand up and say, enough is enough. Go to a church leader. Say, I'd like to have a march in my community. If you have any information, go and see a church leader. You don't have to stand up physically. You can stand up silently and go over there and give them the information.
The code of silence is a fear that prevents people from sharing information with police, a fear that allows killings to go unsolved and killers to walk the streets freely. Chicago is the first big city to squarely face this issue head-on.
Don't see the crime and not drop a dime. Don't do it. Stop the violence. Stop the silence.
Joining city and community leaders are members of 7 Chicago families, grandmothers, mothers, and fathers who have lost their children to senseless violence, many of the cases still unsolved.
Terrell, he's my firstborn. He's a musician, good student.
While at church, Terrell Bosley stepped outside and was shot and killed by an unknown gangbanger, a murder unsolved.
Later on, we found out how he stumbled back into the church for help, and he still didn't make it.
This code of silence is killing our kids.
A lot of people know, but they're not saying anything, but if they don't say anything, eventually it's gonna be them.
Stop the violence.
Stop the silence. Silence kills.
If this continue and nobody says anything, it's gonna happen to you. It's not just gonna be us standing up here. We're devastated. We wake up every day, we don't have our child, we don't have our loved ones because someone came by shooting and nobody said anything. These cases are unsolved. So we want you today to stop the violence, stop the silence, because silence killed. And not only did it kill our children, our loved ones, but it took away our lives too.
Please, we have to get this message out that this code of silence is killing us, because these offenders will continue to do this if they know that there's going to be no repercussions.
In a series of 20 public service announcements, these parents share their stories of loss and issue a strong challenge to the community.
He was a wonderful boy. He's a happy boy.
On a summer evening on a busy Chicago street, 14-year-old Anthony Padron was gunned down riding his bike.
Why'd they kill my son? Nobody had the reason to kill somebody.
Adding to the family's pain, a code of silence has protected the killer for 5 years.
Nobody talk. And we need to talk. We need to say what we see. Stop the violence. Stop the silence. The silence kills. I think this campaign can help a lot, okay? Especially when the community take responsibility and talk about what is this happened. Because we need to be together. The community, the parents, and the authorities, everybody, we need together. We need to stop the silence, because the silence is killed.
Blair was like a perfect son to me.
Student, musician, athlete, Blair Holt stepped in front of a gangbanger's bullet on a crowded bus, saving lives as he sacrificed his own.
I pray to God, please God, take me, don't take my son.
Annette Holt knows how silence kills.
The answer is for us as a community, as people, to start saying something. Stop the violence. Stop the silence. Silence kills. Anything that we can do to make a difference out here to save another child, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's something that will change the minds of these young people and the parents as well, because the parents are more responsible for what their kids do, because they know what they're doing.
In addition to the PSA messages, print ads and posters will be distributed. Community forums will be scheduled. Chicago schools, churches, and the CTA will help spread the message.
We believe that this is the beginning of a real comprehensive campaign to get this message out
to have people to start to really talk about this impact and have the courage to do something to save our kids' lives.
For police, the campaign represents a new opportunity to address an age-old frustration, the inability to solve crimes that devastate families and communities.
Just pick up the phone. Let someone know. If you're not comfortable calling the police department, that means we have to work harder to build your trust and build your confidence. But call a member of the faith-based community. Call a teacher. Call someone. Let someone know. Because this code of silence, it's killing our children. It's killing our future.
Antonio Marquez is my youngest brother. He was a young father expecting his second child. He wanted to become a police officer.
Antonio and his wife stopped to help a homeless stranger when a car pulled up and opened fire, killing him.
I still get, as you could see, emotional. It's been 7 years this October. The pain never goes away. And I believe that silence is even more guiltier than the person that did it because you actually know who it is. Stop the violence, stop the silence. Silence kills. Today it is us, and I know you hear the same message, and hopefully this is going to break that mentality that it's not going to happen to you and open the doors, and this is going to be a visual, and hopefully it will hit home for everybody out there.
Percy Day and Tyrone Williams, close cousins in a loving family.
Exceptional young man, exceptional.
On a summer night, the cousins were shot and killed outside the home of Percy's grandmother, a case still unsolved.
No, you can't die. Don't die, please, don't die. It's killing our community.
If somebody actually know that they did it and not tell, that's crazy.
Stop the violence.
Stop the silence.
Silence kills.
It's the first step, and it's a baby step. But we as a community, we can't depend just on the mayor and the superintendent and the police. We have to do our part. They offer no miracles. They offer us a path to communicate with one another.
If you have information on a crime or know about a crime that is about to occur, you have a number of ways you can report anonymously. You can call 911 by cell phone and ask to remain anonymous. You can contact a pastor or call your district commander. You can also send an anonymous note. That's it from the Crime Watch News Team. I'm Peter Carl. Thank you for watching.